Connect your applicator to the mains power source, then activate the power switch. Adjust the product guide rails to their maximum width. Repeat this process for both sets of guide rails. With your product in place, adjust the guide rails to your desired setting. Repeat this process for both sets of guide rails. Turn on the conveyor. If the product does not travel freely along the conveyor, adjust your guide rails accordingly. If your product deflects on the guide rail as it travels along the conveyor, adjust the guide rail settings accordingly until straight and true travel is achieved. Remove the outer label plate by pulling the spring-loaded pin. This will allow the label plate to slide off the threaded shaft. Place the full roll of labels over the threaded shaft and replace the label plate. You can either pull the spring-loaded pin or simply wind the plate on the threaded shaft. Raise the labels and position the core over the shaped collars on the label disc. Tighten the label plate until the spring-loaded pin cannot be pulled out. Open the label drive by placing one hand on the black handle and the other on the brass release clamp. Open the clamp and twist the handle. Depress the dancing/brake arm, which is spring-loaded to release the unwind brake. With the brake released, you can unwind the labels from the roll. Follow the label path diagram to place the labels around the rollers and through the drive. Care should be taken to make sure the labels follow the correct path. Ensure that the label passes through the label sensor. With the label through the sensor, the label must be fed under the roller to the peeler bar. Care must be taken not to twist the label, as this could easily cause a label break. Pull more labels if required, releasing the brake by pushing down the brake arm. Do not allow any labels to remain on the backing paper after the edge of the peeler bar, as this can cause issues with labels getting stuck on the drive roller. Fold the blank backing paper with no labels back through the drive, ensuring that the material is as straight as possible. Remove the backing paper take-up clamp. Bring your waste paper over the top of the spool and reconnect the clamp. Then give a slight turn to lock in place. Once the backing paper is on, we can then close the drive. With the labels successfully installed, we can now switch on the applicator. The control box will perform a self-test. Once the test is complete, the words speed and format will be shown on the display panel. To perform a test, we will put the machine into manual mode using the shift and jog buttons on the control box. To dispense labels, we press the jog button. It is a good idea at this point to switch off the conveyor. Machine operation requires 3 settings: speed, pitch offset, and delay. Speed is the speed of label application onto the product. The pitch offset is from the label gap sensor to the edge of the peeler bar and moves the label position. And finally, the delay, which adjusts label position from the point at which the sensor sees the product to when it dispenses the label. To change settings, press the Enter button and a cursor will appear on the display. The plus and minus buttons can then be used to increase or decrease to your desired setting. When the desired settings have been achieved, press the Enter button once again. This will remove the cursor from the display, meaning the machine has now accepted your new settings. Jog the machine until the labels are dispensing straight. Once the labels are dispensing straight, the applicator is ready to run. We now take the machine out of manual mode by pressing the Shift and Jog buttons. The word Format will appear on the control box display. This means that the machine is now ready to run in automatic mode. If we need to move the position of the label on the product, we use the delay function. If we want to move the label further back down the product, we can increase the delay setting. To do this, we press Enter, then press Shift and the plus button to increase the setting. To decrease the setting, press the Shift and the minus button. Always remember to press Enter to save your setting. With the desired settings achieved, your applicator is now ready to apply labels to your products.